Hi there. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today and giving me the opportunity to show you 3 ways in which I think we can improve the look and feel of Classmates.com. I want to begin by giving you a summary of what I found and the things that I believe will help you and make your website a much better and easier experience for the social media members that come to use it. The first thing that I found is that if we are able to do a simple redesign of the website's search feature for old classmates and old alumni of different schools, it might lead to a more efficient user experience. Secondly, having an option to choose a language would be very, very beneficial to users across the country, specifically in the southern states and the Southwest America. And the last thing that I found is if we make it easier for users to find the sign-in feature, it might lead to less confusion for people who want to check the status of their profiles, or if anybody has found them online, anything like that. So I'm going to walk you through the actual websites and try to show you, give you some examples of what it is I'm talking about. Here at Classmates.com, your homepage, what we see here is a real simple website, which in many cases works well. But the problem that I see here is that by listing pretty much every state in the union, it creates a lot of clutter right here on this section of the page. And sort of by eliminating that, we can focus more on what you want to highlight from your website, the yearbook photos and discovering old friends, and even highlighting old yearbooks down here. And so if we made it so that this was a drop-down menu and you could just type in a person's name, the state, or maybe the city and state of where they're from, it could be a lot more efficient. Now that could yield many different results, but it would prevent having to click through on here and then click another letter and then clicking another letter before we finally got to the school we wanted to find. So maybe one of the options or the drop-down menu could be typing a school name in as well as the name, or different options, anything to get the clutter away from this part of the page. The second thing that I saw was that there isn't really an option to search in a different language initially. And so if I went to school in California or Florida or Texas, those are Spanish speaking states, and those residents might feel more comfortable if on a drop-down menu there was an option for English or Spanish, an option to translate this entire page over to a language that they understand better, because that'll make them more comfortable, and you always want to make your users feel more comfortable. And the last thing that I saw was, because this takes up so much space and it stands out the minute I come to the home page, I sort of don't immediately see where it is to sign in. And I know after a while that it's usually going to be at the top of the page, so I see it here, but it still leads to me having to click through. So I'm clicking this to get to another page where I can put in my information. And I think what we want to do with home pages is we want to limit the amount of clicking that we have to do. And so I have for us to see what I think is a good example with Facebook is right on the home page, you have the option of just typing in your email address and your password and moving right along. I think people always want to, in this society, do things as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible. And so I think with these 3 suggestions, we're able to make this website more manageable, more friendly, and more inviting for users to come see. I wish you luck, and I hope the very best for Classmates.com and whatever future endeavors you may have. Thank you.